Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw. Here we are for a big start to this year's game in WWE 2K18 in Universe Mode. Let's get things underway. It's a brand new year, it's a brand new season, and look at this crowd ready for some action tonight. We are sold out here in Kansas City. Just to recap what's on here tonight, as we have Neville and Callisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura will introduce the Beast into Monday Night Raw as he makes his debut. And then we have in our main event, Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. And that, folks, will be our main event and will take place inside of a steel cage. Oh, was not expecting this tonight. The Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle making his way to the ring. We haven't seen him in the longest time, and he is looking in tip-top shape here on Raw. I wonder what he has to say. He hasn't been in the ring in the longest time. Oh. Well, it looks like he's getting on the crowd's side with this whole thing. But I wonder what his intention is. Referring to the Titanic in his little promo. Well, it looks like he's making his intentions towards a possible title shot. And, you know, you have to agree, he has been champion numerous times in the past. He's had matches with Brock Lesnar. He's had matches with numerous big people. John Cena, he well deserves a title shot. What do you think? The crowd agree. Well, the crowd is definitely on his side for the possibility, but he's making his intentions quite clear. He's not here to manage Raw, he's here to own Raw. He wants a title shot. Well, folks, we've heard from Angle. Now let's get ready for the first match here tonight for the Cruiserweight Championship. It will be Callisto versus Neville. So this thing takes place right now. And here comes Callisto. And Neville making an early entrance here with the title in hand. I don't think Callisto even knows that Neville is on his way here. Past the trampoline. Oh! They still have to hand that thing from the ceiling. They still have to hand that thing from the ceiling, and Neville using it against Callisto here. On a giant powerbomb onto the title. Neville isn't playing around. Wearing down Callisto. Callisto reversal. Okay, I think this is going to be a short night for Neville of all people, who is now on the back end of an attack on Callisto, and I might have spoken too soon. What's the deal with this title? So, okay, so the actual Cruiserweight title has been hanging high above the rafters, and Neville now dropping it down. So, the title is, to my mistake, folks, above the ring now. It appears Neville using one of his many duplicate titles, because you see, whenever a champion successfully vacates, or, pardon my words, whenever a champion successfully defends a title, he gets a new one. So, Neville using one of his many dupes to attack Callisto here tonight. And Neville looking to grab the ladder and just make this an early finish. You know, it makes sense, because at the end of the day, he is champion. He doesn't want someone like Callisto taking away his years of hard work. Oh, arm drag. And the crowd not happy with Neville's choice of approaching this match. It's not very normal for Neville to be so aggressive in his attitude of attacking from behind. I have to say that was a very cheap shot, and you know, it really changed the course of this match. It really changes my opinion on Neville, and you know, I mean, it kind of takes away from if he gets the victory here tonight, because he has been, you know, approaching this incorrectly. And Neville now trying to grab the title that is now high above the ring. And Callisto saying no. Neville's still hanging on for dear life. And Callisto fighting Neville on top. And it looks like Callisto could do it. Callisto could become champion here tonight. Cruiserweight Championship on the line. And Callisto is fighting for it. Neville back to his feet. Callisto fighting for the title. This is a very close match. And now Neville is saying no. Neville is fighting for his right to remain Cruiserweight Champion. Back and forward action. Neville losing balance on top of the ladder. Everyone has to realize that this is like 20 feet above the ring. A gigantic ladder. And these guys are cruiserweights. They're not that tall. You know, their feet, it'll take them ages to hit the ground at that height. It would be a big fall for either man. Both of which you have just fallen already and shown great durability in this match. And Neville. I think Neville has done it. Neville has won here tonight, making short work of Callisto. And it's unfortunate for Callisto. In fairness, Callisto was attacked prior to this match, but just see Neville here unhooking from the rope the Cruiserweight Championship. And it's a successful defense for Neville. And I don't think Callisto thought it would end this way. The crowd booing heavily Neville, who, again, disgracefully attacked Callisto from behind. I think that this should have been a rematch, but, you know, this is the way it goes. We'll see what happens next week between these two. Anyways, time for our next match. And of course, this is Shinsuke Nakamura, ladies and gentlemen. His very extraordinary entrance. There is no man like him on earth. And he is right here for us tonight on Monday Night Raw. Just listen to that crowd singing the theme song of Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, in regards to the Beast fighting him tonight, of course the Beast comes from numerous different small indie shows, but his name is not small at all. The Beast will do what he can tonight against Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Beast is known for putting opponents away in the first 10 seconds. Of course, not many of you will be aware of the work the Beast has done, but I can guarantee tonight you will know his name. But Shinsuke Nakamura might have a different story to tell for the Beast, because at the end of the day, this Japanese fighter is literally going to do all he can and has such durability in matches. And he is no slouch to the ring. He knows the ring like the back of his hand, and he will do what he can to defeat the Beast here tonight. And he has years of experience as well, and he's a Raw superstar. He has that pressure of the big show. The Beast does not have a pressure of an audience of this large. So let's just see what happens tonight. Shinsuke Nakamura absolutely loving it here tonight for the Kansas crowd. I find that no matter where Shinsuke goes, the crowd always sings his songs and always cheers for him. He is such a face here on Raw, and he's just an interesting superstar. There's not many people like him. The crowd chanting Shinsuke Nakamura. And with every intention, because they don't know who the Beast is, so it's very easy to have a favourite. But will that change tonight? Because, ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Anchorage, Alaska is the Beast. And this man is a 420-pound psychiatric patient. And if you are wondering about the steel head on his body, it is to hide his insanity face that lies underneath. Not many men have seen the face of the Beast, but not many men have lived to tell the tale. The crowd not loving him so far. A lot of booing going on. He is a gigantic man though. A very, very large opponent for Shinsuke Nakamura. And will this size difference tell the tale? Because we've seen David vs. Goliath stories before. And let me tell you, not many of them end well for the Davids. And the Beast ready for Shinsuke Nakamura. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Beast. Here we go. This one is underway. And the Beast coming straight off the gate. And a back elbow to the head of Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke reversal. Oh. And Shinsuke Nakamura is doing pretty well here. Targeting the Beast. Now, as I said, the Beast has many quick round victories. But he gets to start off Raw for his debut career against Shinsuke Nakamura. And he's not going to push Shinsuke Nakamura away in 1 second. That's not how this goes. Shinsuke Nakamura isn't a slouch in wrestling. Shinsuke Nakamura has a lot of heart, and it'll be very hard to put him away. But the Beast might say otherwise. Drive Shinsuke Nakamura into that rope. Measuring Shinsuke now after that drop toe hold, and a giant steel headbutt connects. It is all over the Beast. Sending a big message to Raw with that debut. Making short work of Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, that was a very interesting match, folks. And the Beast, of course, making short work of Shinsuke Nakamura and moving on to better things. Just leaving the ring there. One wonders what's next for the Beast. But he made such short work of Shinsuke Nakamura and took very little damage in that fight. We hope that Shinsuke Nakamura makes a speedy recovery after that one. But I'm sure he'll bounce back. He's a tremendous athlete. We'll see you next week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event. It is the WWE Universal Championship Steel Cage match between Braun Strowman and the current champion, Brock Lesnar. This one is next. As you can see, the steel cage has been lowered down and it is about to kick off for the championship. These two men will be trapped inside that steel cage and there will be no other way of escaping other than climbing over to the other side. And that is going to be very interesting because these men are very heavy and it's going to be an absolute nightmare trying to just escape another giant. And here is Braun Strowman, the #1 contender. Look at the size of this man. Originally being a member of the Wyatt family and then breaking off into his own accord, and for good reason. He doesn't need backup. Just look at him. He towers over the competition and he is huge. He is jacked up. A former strongman turned WWE wrestler. But how will Brock Lesnar, a former UFC champion, deal with the size difference? Because again, Brock Lesnar has done real mixed martial arts fighting and he's a giant too. An NCAA #1 wrestler. So this is all important because when this steel cage lowers, it's essentially an octagon. And Braun Strowman hasn't much experience with that. And here comes Suplex City, the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. There's a lot of bad blood between these two and long-going rivalry for some time. And it all exfoliates here. There was a Twitter poll ran, and it said 61% believe Brock Lesnar wins here tonight. But, you know, polls will always be wrong, and that's still very close to a 50-50 prediction. Does Brock Lesnar has what it takes to beat Braun Strowman in a steel cage, of all places? Because he can't run from the big man tonight. He has to face him one-on-one in this ring. Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen. And this match is on right now, the main event. There it is, the Universal Champion on the line. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The cage is lowered. Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar. This match is on now. And here we go. Brock. And a giant slam to Braun Strowman. What's Brock's intentions? Oh, and Braun Strowman kicking Lesnar around already. Lesnar has to deal with this man towering over him. Just look at the strength of Braun Strowman. He's able to toss Lesnar like that. Lesnar with a hip toss. A bit of judo work from Lesnar. He's going to need more stuff like that, because wasting all your energy on a man of the size of Braun Strowman isn't a smart move. It just isn't. And a Germany from Brock Lesnar. And now Brock hanging Braun Strowman on the ropes, creating some distance. It'd be interesting to see who starts making the first climb, because there is also a pridefulness to this, which is like the egotisticalness. Which man is more afraid of the other? Who will start trying to just escape? Who wants to be out of there first? Because at the same time, while the objection is to escape the steel cage, it's also to inflict damage on your opponent and use the cage as a weapon to be able to distinguish your opponent's face, open up wounds, lacerations, make your opponent bleed. That's what this match is. A rivalry match, folks. And Braun Strowman knows this more than anyone, as he's wearing down Lesnar on a big boot. This sold out Kansas crowd cheering for Braun Strowman and Lesnar. It is a 50-50 crowd here tonight. There are no favourites. And there's no favourites really to win this match. It's more or less an even chance either man has. But you got to give it to a championship experience that Lesnar has won titles in the past and has more credentials. So that has to play some favouring. Sometimes it's more than just having more strength than your opponent. There's your capabilities, your charisma, your mind games you play, your capability in ring. It all accumulates here tonight in the main event on Raw. And Lesnar driving Strowman into that turnbuckle, if you will, and a slam. Now he's throwing him against the ropes, and a cheap shot from Strowman, and look at the power of Braun Strowman. Military press overhead, and I think Strowman has said he has enough of Lesnar as he's making the first attempt at climbing out of here. Lesnar doesn't want that. Lesnar wants Strowman to stay in this because Lesnar wants to win this match and stay champion. And Suplex City. 1, 2 suplexes. 3 for Suplex City. And the chants of Suplex City chanting away in the crowd. Adi, I think that is it. Brock Lesnar with an early F5 on Braun Strowman and onto the center of the ring. Let's see a replay of that one. Boom. Boom on Strowman. And Lesnar running over Strowman's corpse, looking to get out of this steel cage. And Lesnar, I think he's done it. I think Lesnar will remain Universal Champion. Brock Lesnar has done it. He has beat the monster Braun Strowman. He has retained his Universal Championship. And he moves on to another week of Raw. But folks, let's just get a load of these Sherman suplexes out of nowhere. Suplex City, and of course, the F5 that told the tale. Keeping in mind, he didn't pin Strowman. There was no pinfalls in this match. He merely escaped Braun Strowman. So, you know, going into next week, we got to consider that in mind. Strowman standing, as you can see, on his feet in the center of the ring, staring at Lesnar with disbelief. And now Strowman catching his breath in anger over losing her tonight against Brock Lesnar. Strowman just crawled through the steel cage, glitching out of the steel cage. Doesn't get any better than that, folks. But that has been Monday Night Raw. I hope you have enjoyed. Next week could tell a different tale. One wonders what will happen, but tune in next time. I have been KamikazeKid, and we will catch you at the next one.